Oh, yes. Greetings. In the name of the state of Maine, you are required to notify and warn the voters of the town of Woolwich in said county, qualified by law to vote in town affairs, to meet at the town of Woolwich office in said town on Wednesday, December 6, 2023, at 6 o'clock in the afternoon. Then and there, to act on Articles 1 through 4, all said articles being set with. Article 1, to elect a moderator to preside in said meeting.
I would nominate Ted Hoke.
I would second the nomination.
I would move the nomination cease.
I would second that.
So it seems like it's unanimous. The select board has voted for Ted Hope.
Congratulations, Ted.
Hard fought race.
You usually start with the Pledge of Allegiance.
This way you're
Swear you in first.
Okay. Thank you.
Do you want to start with the pledge of allegiance?
Yes, yes.
Do you want to do that, Kim, or do you want to do that?
We'll have Ted do the pledge of allegiance.
Okay.
And I'll get the deal.
That's your page, that's it.
That's right. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Yeah,
Yeah.
hold it good on your legs.
Terry, just be glad we're not at school. Be glad we're not at school.
Traveling.
No, yeah.
All right. Mr. Hope, please raise your right hand. I state your name.
I, Theodore Hope,
Do swear and affirm
do swear and affirm
that I will continue to support the Constitution of the United States
that I will continue to support the Constitution of the United States
and of this state,
and of this state,
so long as I shall continue
as long as I shall continue
a citizen thereof.
a citizen thereof.
So help me God.
So help me God.
I do swear
I do swear
or affirm
or affirm
that I will faithfully discharge
that I will faithfully
to
discharge
the best of my abilities
to the best of my abilities
the duties incumbent on me
the duties incumbent upon me
as moderator.
as moderator.
As of this meeting,
As of this meeting,
according to the Constitution
according to the Constitution
and the laws of the state,
and the laws of this state,
so help me God.
so help me God.
Yeah, okay. Ready? That's all you?
Usually we establish some ground rules, but I think we can dispense with that. If anybody has questions about the procedure, just let us know. So Article 2, to see if the town will vote to authorize the select board or is it for its designee to enter into a purchase and sale agreement and complete whatever other documents associated in the sale of a plot of land owned by the town of Woolwich, which serves little to no purpose, shown on the town's tax maps as map U07 lot 3-A, and to put the proceeds from the sale into the town's undesignated fund balance.
Move the article be accepted as read.
Second the motion?
It's moved and seconded. Can somebody state where this lot is located?
It's on the George Wright Road, and we were encouraged by the state of Maine to purchase the lot, to put a new bypass road in, because we were losing the access at the end of the Judge Wright Road. And then at the last minute, the state decided they wouldn't let us do that. So we no longer have a use for the lot, and we're gonna turn around and sell it.
Is it an acre or more?
It is. It is a legal house lot. It runs all the way from Judge Wright
To the highway.
to the US 1.
Savage was the previous owner?
Exactly. We had the
It has the proper amount of frontage. It has town water, it runs past it.
And how much did we pay for it?
Paid 70,000.
69,000.
69,000 we paid.
Yeah, what we done, Bill, is we bought that at that town meeting, 69,000. We had some minor expenses with a surveyor to mark the corners, and we were listing it for 75.
And that'll make the town whole if we sell it for the 75,000. And with the price of house lots in Woolwich, that's not an unreasonable figure.
It's a dead-end road now, and the water main is on that side, and it's the last unbuilt lot.
Did anybody do a septic test, or is there a suitable septic on that site?
It's been looked at. We can't say that there's been a formal one, but it's a wooded piece of property, and there is a nice spot to the south side. And where you don't have to have a well with the city water, it helps that setback.
Any other questions or discussion? The abutters know that we're doing this.
Yes.
Okay, all those in favor of Article 2, please say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, say no. Article 2 is passed. Article 3, to see if the town will vote to authorize the select board to accept funds from the state of Maine CDBG program, if awarded, for an economic development program grant to provide OpBox Limited with working capital and equipment funds to support their new manufacturing, assembly, and retail facility.
Move the article be accepted as read.
Second the motion?
It's been moved and seconded to accept the article. Discussion. Could somebody address to what extent the town has obligations, or are we just a pass-through?
We're just a pass-through. And if you've gone over, they had an open house the other night. It's quite an operation over there. And they are employing, I think, 4 local people now. And they intend to employ a lot more people than that once they get really cranked up and going. So it's good to see the building put to use.
When that originally went in the 70s, there were septic issues there. There was some really tough limitations on a lot of the septic in that location. Do you know what the septic is designed for the number of employees?
I can't remember.
I remember Brothers Chevrolet probably had 15 or 20, so it's probably suitable for that. But somebody may want to research and see when that went in the 80s, it was like 86 or 87, and see what that septic was designed for, just so that they know that there's going to be some limitations without building a new septic.
As you know, we have a site plan review ordinance, and any change of use or new ownership, when it went from Carvana or whatever all we can say is they did go to the planning board, and we trust that it went through a review process, but that's a notable point.
Just something to verify that if Brothers had 15 employees and they want to have 40, it might be a requirement that they upgrade their septic.
Right.
I think the number I heard
Yeah.
was
Did you do this in the 80s? I mean, were you the guy?
I did everything.
You did the, yeah.
I sold Kennebec Rental, their lot in the
Yeah.
80s,
Yeah. So you were the code enforcement then?
not till
No.
91.
Okay.
Any other questions or discussion? All those in favor of Article 3, say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, no. Article 3 passes. Article 4, under ordinances, to see if the town will vote to amend the EMS billing ordinance to raise the transportation mileage rate to $20 per mile Currently, the rate is $17.
Move the article be accepted as read.
Second the motion?
It's been moved and seconded to accept Article 4. Discussions or questions?
People want, I can tell you why we're doing this at this time. So, Danny, EMS director. The state has passed a law that will require insurance companies to pay out-of-network 180%, in-network 200% of what Medicaid pays for transport for different things, including the mileage rates. All of our mileage rates are within those ranges, except for all of our billing rates, except for our mileage rate, which is at 17. Others around here are 20. Medicaid is $12.67. The caveat when the state made this law that insurers have to actually start paying for these things is that as of January 1st, we won't be able to raise any of our rates more than 5% a year. So with our mileage rate being much lower, we're never going to make up. When Medicaid starts raising what it will pay and insurance will have to pay more, we'll never catch up unless we get it a little higher now. We're not, if we were like putting it at the max, it would be $25 a mile, something like that for the 200%. We don't want to do that. To match other towns around here and to take care of our people best while still being able to get this insurance money. We need to do this before January 1st, and that's why the special town meeting for it. Any questions?
If a person's being transported and they have just Medicare, and they pay $12 to $13 an hour, would you bill them the
That's
additional?
what when it's Medicare, that's generally what we get. If they have a second insurance provider, they will do the other.
And if they don't, then?
Generally, Medicare pays us what they pay us. The Veterans Association, they pay even less, but that's what we get for those types of calls. So if someone is uninsured, generally they're going to have Maine Care. Maine Care pays Medicaid rates and Medicare rates. If there might be a time, and I can't say it will never happen, that someone will get paid that or charge that extra $3 a mile that we're doing. But generally, we get what we get from the insurance companies and bill above that to the patients. And again, this is just the mileage, so it's 12 miles, I think, to Midcoast Hospital, and that's our usual run. And we only charge from leaving the scene, the mileage, if somebody's in the ambulance to the hospital. We don't charge mileage for going to their house or coming back from the hospital. It's just that short distance. So.
Any other questions or comments? All those in favor of Article 4, please say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, no. Article 4 passes.
I move that we adjourn the meeting.
Second the motion?
Those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
I was like,